Buongiorno ragazzi, oggi leggiamo un'altra pagina di Come una notte a Bali. If you're new to this channel, welcome. What I do on this reading series is that I read about a page of Italian as much as I can. Daily is what we're aiming for. And as I'm reading through, I kind of explain what I understand whilst highlighting words that I don't understand. And then at the end of the video, I come back with those words highlighted so we can hopefully get a better picture of what actually went on in the story. And so yeah, on this channel, you're just following my journey to acquiring as many languages as I can. And yeah. Quindi andiamo. Anyway, our main character, Luca Ravelli, is still talking about the dark time that he's going through. L'occasione me la diede mio padre, che un giorno mi chiamò e mi chiese di passare a casa perché aveva un problema sul cellulare. Era solo in casa, mia madre era uscita. Mi accolse senza sorridermi e mi offrì un caffè con l'espressione di chi ha smesso da tempo di credere nella gentilezza. So he's talking about, in the last bit that we read, he said that, you know, this desperation he was feeling was becoming so much like he had to look for external help. And that's the day he decided he needed help. And I think he's saying, l'occasione me la diede mio padre. My father gave me the opportunity to like seek help. Because one day, he called me and asked me to go by the house because he had a problem with his cell phone. He was alone in the house because Luca's mum had left, like gone out somewhere. Mi accolse, maybe he greeted me without smiling to me, senza sorridermi. And he offered me a coffee with the expression di chi ha smesso, of someone who had put some time into believing in kindness. I think I need to highlight this to be able to understand the rest. Lo rifiutai. Nei miei ricordi di bambino, mio padre era un uomo alto, perennemente abbronzato, con un sorriso perfetto, giovanile nei modi e amante dei vestiti eleganti, che arrivava a casa il sabato mattina e spariva la domenica sera. In my childhood memories, my dad was a tall man, perennemente abbronzato, maybe always tanned, with a perfect smile, giovanile nei modi, he was youthful in the way he was dressing, e amante dei vestiti. E amante might mean he loved wearing elegant clothes or had a lot of elegant clothes, or he wore elegant clothes. Che arrivava a casa, who would arrive home on Saturday morning, e spariva la domenica sera, and would go on Sunday evening. E spariva, I think it's to leave. Papà era venditore di prodotti farmaceutici ed era sempre in giro per il mondo. Non fu un buon padre anche perché non c'era praticamente mai. Divenne più presente solo durante la mia adolescenza, periodo che coincise con una brutta crisi lavorativa. Ma anche allora non divenne un genitore migliore. Più le cose andavano male sul lavoro e più mio padre diventava cinico e incattivito. So he's saying my dad was a seller of pharmaceutical products. He was a salesman, and he was always, you know, going around traveling the world. He wasn't a good dad. Non fu un buon padre. Either, because he was practically never there. He only became more present during Luca's adolescent years, his teenage years, a period that coincided with an ugly crisis, with an ugly work crisis, with a bad work crisis. But even then, he didn't become the best parent. Più le cose andavano male sul lavoro e più mio padre diventava cinico e incattivito. Better the things were going, well, no. As things were going worse at work, and his dad became more cynical, I think, cinico e incattivito. Maybe just a bitter man, you know. Mi capitava di rientrare a casa e vederlo seduto su una poltrona a fissare il vuoto, con il televisore spento. Mi sembrava vecchio e solo. Mi capitava di rientrare a casa. I don't know what that means. Of coming back home and seeing him sat down on a poltrona, looking at the emptiness with his televisore, with his TV off. He seemed to me old and lonely. Inoltre era sempre stato un grande amante delle donne. Me lo raccontavano tutte le lacrime che mia madre aveva trattenuto a sforzo durante gli anni della mia infanzia. Inoltre, we've already had this word, but I haven't been able to. Inoltre era sempre stato, he was always like le donne, the ladies liked him. He was a ladies' man. But I was always telling them all of the maybe misery, le lacrime, that my mother had to go through, maybe, during Luca's infant years, his younger years. Mentre smanettavo sul suo cellulare cercando di risolvere il problema che aveva. So Luca, I think, just arrived home. He saw his dad looking into the emptiness, and he was just thought to himself, this is an old and lonely man. But anyway, he got cracking with trying to fix the problem that his dad called him in for anyway, which is something to do with his phone. He was looking to risolvere the problem that his dad had. Sosteneva di essersi abbonato per sbaglio a un servizio di notizie sportive che gli stava consumando rapidamente il credito. Iniziai non so come a parlargli a ruota libera, come non avevo mai fatto. Era l'ultima persona con cui avrei pensato di potermi aprire. I nostri rapporti, infatti, erano ormai ridotti a pure formalità. I didn't understand much from that, I'm not gonna lie. I think his dad became, he had a membership for a service that gave him sports notification, and it was consuming his credit or something. Iniziai non so come a parlargli a ruota libera. He's the last person with which I would have thought di potermi aprire. He's saying his dad is the last person he thought he would be able to open up to, because their rapport, in fact, were never ridotti they were reduced to just formality. They were never close. So Luca never thought he would be able to open up to his dad, I think. Come stai, papà? Come sto? Sembrava stupido di quella domanda. Sto così e così. Come mai? Mi sento vecchio. Mi dispiace. Sì. Senti, vorrei farti una domanda. Forse è una domanda un po' imbarazzante. Non disse nulla, ma si irrigidi. Non disse nulla, ma si irrigidi. Non disse nulla, ma si irrigidi. Oh my goodness, what? Si irrigidi. Secondo te cosa serve per avere una vita felice? Avere successo fa di te un uomo felice, rispose, poi appoggiando la schiena alla poltrona. Mamma mia. So Luca said, "How are you, Dad?" And his dad said, "How am I?" It seemed like a stupid question to ask, but anyway, his dad answered, come si, come ça, I guess. Sto così e così. How's mom? Come mai? Come mai? Is he saying, how is mom? Or is he just saying, how are you anyway? His dad said, I feel old. And Luca says, sorry. His dad is like, si. And then Luca says, senti, which I think means listen. Is senti, like the way Italians say, mira. Like Spanish people will say, mira. Do Italians say, senti? Blah, 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 blah. Senti, I want to ask you a question. Maybe it's a question that's a little embarrassing. His dad doesn't say anything, but maybe stiffens up. Irrigidi. Can't even say it properly. Let's carry on. Secondo te cosa serve per avere una vita felice? Secondo te cosa serve per avere una vita felice? Secondo te cosa serve? Maybe he's asking his dad, what do you do to have a happy life? Avere successo fa di te un uomo felice, rispose, poi appoggiando la schiena alla poltrona. Poltrona, I don't know what it is. La schiena sounds like the same word that's like screen, but I don't know. Appoggiando, I don't know. His dad said, having success makes you a happy man, I think. In che senso avere successo? Successo. Nel senso che se sei un uomo di successo, puoi ritenerti felice. Se mantieni la tua famiglia, ad esempio. Dici? Se hai una bella casa, se puoi comprare l'automobile senza pagarla a rate, se guadagni bene e ottieni buoni risultati al lavoro, come puoi essere infelice se hai tutto questo? So Luca asks, what do you mean? In what sense? Like, what does success mean to you? His dad's like, in the sense that if you are a successful man, you can remain happy. If you can keep your family, for example, or maintain your family, yeah. And Luca says, dici? Like, what do you say? His dad says, if you have a beautiful house, if you can buy your car without pagar la rate, maybe without paying it back late, if you're buying it on credit or whatever. Se guadagni, if you earn your life well, e ottieni buoni risultati, and you obtain good results at work, how can you be unhappy if you have all of this? Aveva elencato ciò. Elencato. Don't know what that means. Aveva elencato ciò che avevo o che avrai facilmente ottenuto continuando a lavorare in banca. Eppure ero tutt'altro che felice. Maybe Luca's saying maybe he's saying he has all this. Eppure, but he was everything but happy. Secondo te la felicità non è qualcosa di più complesso? And Luca is asking, other than your happiness, isn't there anything more concrete, complete? Resto in silenzio per qualche secondo, poi mi guardo negli occhi. Per mezzo secondo pensai che avrebbe detto qualcosa di profondo, ma fui immediatamente smentito. Smentito? Maybe we should end on this cliffhanger, because otherwise we're literally going to read like 3 pages and the video is going to be too long. So let me go and translate the words and I'll be back because there's quite a lot of confusion today. Okay, I have all the translations here, so let's go through them. Me la diede is he gave it to me. So yeah, the dad gave him the occasion to open himself up. So Luca here is just setting the scene to tell us how he started to open up about his feelings. Mi accolse is he welcomed me. So his dad welcomed him without a smile. Di chi ha smesso, of those who have stopped. And his dad offered him a coffee with the expression of somebody who had stopped for some time believing in kindness. Permanence, en permanence. Ah, yes. So, yes. Perennemenre abbronzato is always tanned. E amante and lover. E amante dei vestiti eleganti. So his dad was a lover. He loved elegant clothing. E spariva and disappeared. Yeah, so his dad would come home on Saturday mornings and disappear on Sunday evenings. Brutta crisi lavorativa. Bad lavorativa? Why is it saying a bad word crisis and not a bad work crisis? Lavorare, lavorativa. Does that make sense? Did I get the right translation? Cinico e incattivito. Cynical and angry. Mi capitava. It happened to me. It would happen to me. It would happen that I would come home and see him sat on his poltrona, on a poltrona, which is an armchair, fixated, just looking into the emptiness, into nothing. Inoltre is furthermore. La lacrime is the tears. So his dad was like, you can imagine the older women just like thought his dad was probably handsome or yeah, whatever. But he would tell them about all the tears that his mother, trattenuto a sforzo, held back with effort all those years when his dad was just not very present. Sosteneva di essersi. He claimed to have he claimed to have accidentally subscribed himself to a service of sports notifications that was consuming his credit or his money, I think. Parlargli a ruota. Talk to him about it. Yeah, he started talking to his dad, I guess. Senti is listen. So I'm guessing Italians do use senti as mira. Irrigidi, yeah, however you say it, is yes, so his dad's stiffened up. Secondo te cosa serve? What do you think is needed per avere una vita felice, to have a happy life? Appoggiando is leaning. La schiena. Scherma, I think, was screen. Scherma. Fencing. What about schierna? Back. Leaning on the back of the armchair. La schiena. On the back of the armchair. Pagarla rate is pay in installments. So you're successful if you have a nice house, if you can buy your car without paying it in installments. So yeah, having it on credit. Aveva elencato. Had listed. He had listed everything that I had easily obtained. Carry on as I was working at the bank. Eppure, nevertheless, ero tutt'altro che felice. I was everything but happy. Smentito, denied. So he thought that he had said something very deep, but was immediately denied. I think it's going to get clearer as we read on, because we've kind of ended in the middle of their conversation, but I don't want to make this video too long. Also end on a cliffhanger, and next time we come back to read, we'll have finished the 4th chapter. So yeah,
The story is getting interesting. Anyway, thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions for me, don't hesitate to comment them down under any of my videos or send me a DM on Instagram. I'll see you guys next time. Ciao, ciao.